Yeah, we just get to sit here, wait for the police to arrive because, hey, it's torture animal fucking year. Yeah, exactly. It's my job. And has anybody hurt? Did Morgan hit anybody? Nope. Morgan asked them to bring the animal inside. Yeah, but that's a problem. Yeah. Well, wouldn't want to have somebody get angry and yell at somebody over torturing an animal. That might disrupt people. It's 8:41. It's not like it's 2 in the morning. It's like, oh, did I yell at you to bring the dog in? Did I disturb everyone at 8 in the evening asking you to bring the dog in? Now he's over here aggressing, not understanding that you kind of can't be the aggressor, bud. You kind of can't be the aggressor. That's the whole point. You're getting upset because you're torturing a dog. Okay. That's why I have the camera on. I want people to see that the thing that gets me upset is listening to the dog crying while it's actually freezing rain outside. But you guys don't worry. It's like, no more. You don't need to tell us. We know how cold it is. We know how cold it was yesterday. Yeah, you can see the droplets on the window. Yeah, you can see that. Yeah. Yep, you can all see that. Oh, great, good. They're here. Good, because I want them to come in. I would love to welcome the police to my home. I would love to welcome the police to my home. Oh, they're not. Oh. I'm sorry. I guess a law-abiding citizen was hoping that they were here because obviously there's activity going on over there. No, this guy came out and physically beat the animal yesterday. And it's like, yeah, was it difficult not going over there? Yeah, you better believe it. So starting at 8 o'clock tonight, the beatings began tonight. And you know how people are. It's like once they start beating something that can't fight back, it gives them a feeling that makes them feel like a big man, a real big man. And he has an infant over there, a little infant. So he's beating a Rottweiler, Roddy. Oh, yeah, it's that type of dog too. I love it. It's a gorgeous animal. He's sitting here beating an aggressive style animal with an infant. Yes, because I'm sure the idea was to get the dogs so that they'd have a little bit of protection, right? Because they have a baby. Well, it's freezing rain temperature, and oh, it's an inconvenience to have the dog inside. Yeah, so it's like any reason why Morgan might be taking issue with you. It's like, and hey, what if you instead you're like, well, let's call the building manager. Oh, the building manager. Oh, you mean the thief that likes to go around with the forms that I have and rob everybody straight up? And the poor and the disabled. Oh, excellent. Is this here then, maybe? Oh, excellent. You mean the dog that you have in there that you beat last night nonstop? Every single that we had to enjoy in the whole building had to enjoy you beating the dog? And now it's freezing rain and you had the dog outside? I just don't want the dog. Yep, sorry, man. Absolutely. Absolutely. Go down to your room for a second. Absolutely, sir. He's the guy. Okay. Absolutely. No problem in doing anything. Go down your room. We'll be right there. You're banging off people's door, right? Okay. Go in your room for now. Go into your room. Okay. Go into your room right now. See you in a moment. Tell this guy will kill me. Go into your room and we'll talk to you in a moment. Kill him. They had an infant. Do you guys want to come in or? Sure. Please. Let's put this out. Sure. Oh, so he's had the animal out there. continuously. And I thought, well, should I say something? I think I speak to my friend, I speak to my church group, and they're like, it's his right, and it's getting colder, it's freezing right now. But you have to do something. I thought, he's going to get upset if I say something. I went out back, and last night he came out there and he beat the animal. He just fucking beat her.
What kind of dog is it?
It's a Ronnie type, like an aggressive type, so I don't know if anybody feels any sorry for it, except she's a puppy. She's 20 years old.
Okay, so you've known
I'm
the
not
dog's
trying to
been there
fake
and you've been
crying
here
either,
for
like-
over a year?
I've lived here. Yeah, I've lived here.
Okay, so you've known the puppy since he got
Since they got it. Yeah, and the reason is they got it because they have an infant. Of course you get a puppy. I totally get it. Why'd you get that brand? Because you have an infant. Love it. Love it. Scare anybody. Hey, if I have a problem, scare the hell out of me. Kill me, shoot me. Like,
So you're concerned about what happened?
The puppy's outside. They're beating it and beating it and beating
When
it.
did
Just
this
smash,
occur?
smash, smash.
And
All
when
that
did
thing
this
over and
occur?
over again and over again.
Sir, when did this occur?
Last night, and he just kept on doing it and doing it and doing it.
Okay.
And it's like, and I
then
feel like such a
today,
putt
what
for not calling
happened?
anybody last night. And then it started again tonight at 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. And I'm like, with the rain and the everything, you're not doing this. So I go around outside, knock on the door, knock, 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 knock. You know what I mean? Outside. Like, you know what I mean? I stay outside. I went, just knocked on his door, like how he has one like mine, right? I knock on it. And I'm like, what? You're just going to have the animal out here again all night in the freezing rain again? No, this isn't happening.
Turn it down.
Sorry.
We're not deaf, and there's
I
other
know you know you guys are hearing flapping out. So I'm like, hey, you can't have the animal out here again. That's it. He gets all mad at me and stuff like that. I figure, yep, whatever. Obviously I'll be yelling and whatnot. And I'm like, okay, that the point wasn't to yell and everything. I'm coming back in the house, and I sit for a second, and I'm like, all right, I'll go over there and try and knock on the door. So I'm knocking on the door. They're like, they start yelling at me, this or that. And I'm like, okay, we're not doing this. So I came back in. Really dumb idea to go knock on the door, but that was it.
Did you make any threats or comments
No.
towards him?
No.
Did you make any threats or comments towards him?
No, oh, absolutely. There's a child in there. I'm not making any threats or anything.
Never at no time.
No, because
there's
why?
two of
Because
them there that they may
he has
tell
an
us a
infant. He
different
has an
story.
infant in there.
Mhm.
Oh, he might have said nigger. That might have come out of my mouth, but that's the only. But there's no threats made.
Okay. What's your name?
Morgan Reed Tristram. Now the idea is to keep him and the child safe and everybody on the floor safe.
Tristan?
Tristram, Tristram, as in Mary.
Okay, and your birthday?
November 13th, 1977.
Okay, this is your unit, obviously, 304, right?
Yes.
Okay, we'll head over and have a
And I
chat with
totally
them.
understand that.
Did you
It's like-
happen to call pause or anything like that?
I tried to call you guys at
No, but did
627-1234. Oh,
Did
they
you
call
call pause or
No,
the animal
no,
at all,
I
ever?
should have. I figured because the beating was going on too. You know, it was going on
But you
succession
can
with the
also
beating
call
with the
them
animal.
anytime.
Okay, super.
Okay, all right, thanks, we will be right with you, okay? Can you,
Thank you. I am here for you guys when
okay,
you want to come back.
stay
But
inside
anything
though,
that you
okay?
need.
And
Oh,
then
I
we'll
won't
be
be going
back.
anywhere or
All right.
disturbing anybody. Excellent. Well, yeah, when someone's actually doing something, it would be very irresponsible of me to make any actual threats and thereby becoming the aggressor when the problem was his aggression with the dog. The guilt that was consuming me, the guilt of not saying anything, considering that I did sit through too much yesterday. I mean, I understand I did do something, and I thank the Lord for giving me the courage to do that. But I should have said something yesterday. But I understand I didn't want to be the causer of the problem. The thing that I do that I like about, I think I've said this before. The last time that the officers came here, even though they're like, you were being arrested, yeah, but the officers themselves were excellent. And the thing is, I'm sitting here with someone else going, but Morgan, you don't see it clearly. I can't see it any clearer than how I get treated based upon how I'm behaving in the moment and how I'm being treated in the moment. I also find that officers are detectors of the truth beyond something even that I think the Lord helps them. I think they get angelic help. I think they also have good detectors of, because they deal with the situations more often than I do. They speak with people. They understand when someone's being forthwith and when someone, even if they don't know what, has something to hide. No, if they would be like, hey Morgan, do you think that you're perfect in the way that you handle things? No. I think sometimes I wait a bit longer and then I end up getting upset. And sometimes I get a bit upset. But the thing is, but I mean, they have a child. I didn't enter their premises. I didn't, you know, it's like I banged on their door with a stick. Not an Arctic, like I did an old wet piece of broken wood that broke in my hand when I went bang bang bang. But yeah, I went bang bang bang, and it's like, but like, and the thing was, I didn't even mention. Like, see, that's the thing. It's like, oh, I want to seem like the big hero. It's like I was mentioning, I think the cold. Going, look, man, it's freezing, raining on this dog. Take the dog inside. You know, it's like, but I mean, with the beating, he thought he was covered and could just beat it outside. You know, and the thing is, it's like, yes, and I said a nasty word, and everybody would have heard me say the nasty word. It's like, yeah, did he say he was going to hurt anybody? It's like, no, not because you have a child in there. It's like nobody's trying to disturb you or your partner. I also need to remember that I'm sober. And when dealing with somebody, I also think that when they came, I was like, I opened the door and was like in the hall saying, and they were like, oh, there he is. It's him. That's the guy. And I was like, I would love for you to explain why you have your dog out there in the freezing cold and why you're beating it, in nights that the whole entire building has to hear. It's like, I can't deal with this. Well, I didn't say I can't deal with this. I said, and then she, with him, we're trying to pass it off as a political thing. Oh, he's messing with me because they asked me, did you go over there? I went and knocked on the door as opposed to knocking on the window. I went and knocked on the door, but the door wasn't opened. And from behind the door, they were seeming as if I was, right from there, they seemed as if they were making it that I was a problem without keeping the focus on the animal, which is even now when somebody be like, hey, are you even thinking about yourself still? It's like, no, I'd like to keep the focus on the animal. It's like, I don't want to enjoy or try to rejoice, oh, like I did the right thing, because with how I think, the right thing isn't until, you know, like the dog's inside and they understand someone, well, the Lord telling me, Morgan, them knowing that someone's watching, someone who cares, and that's not a bad thing, because it's your heart inside of you that other people who care are going to read. And when I deal with people in the community, I'm continually reminded that I have friends. I don't know whether it's because it's a smaller town. I don't know whether it's because maybe I'm used to things being rougher from when I was younger, and times have changed in even the last 15 or 10 years. And maybe because of that, I'm graced with tolerance. And so when I'm met with something that truly does need to be addressed, like the dog being in actual physical pain and crying for 8 hours just outside of my door, it's like you can try and make a narrative of, oh, these problems, but it's like, have you ever even heard them before? It's like, no, I haven't had my problems from next door either. No, I really don't. Like, relatively good neighbors. That's what hurt. That's one of the things that hurt. It's like, hey man, you have a baby, you're a young guy. They're an attractive couple too. What do you mean, meaning they're a good couple? Except then I see you beating a dog, and not just once, but repeatedly. I don't know if this is helping anybody spiritually. Oh, super.
Morgan, how's it going?
No.
Okay, listen, so a couple concerns, honestly.
Yeah, no, please, I'm gonna listen.
You've got a warrant with us. Okay.
Okay.
It sounds like it's been to attend court, you know, some charges.
From no, there's no failure to attend court. I attended court. Is this like from like back in the 90s?
No, it would have been recent.
Oh, recent? Well, I was at court. I was in court. I was right here in court, and the Crown came out, and they were like, Morgan Tristram. I'm like, I'm here. And I was like, okay, so we'll keep the conditions the same until I come to court next. And the judge was like, no.
Okay, so.
And you get what I'm saying? That was a situation.
Okay, so there's
because
no new charges for not coming to court. They just want to
Okay,
give you a
they
court
want to
date.
give a new court date.
Yeah.
Well, super. Now,
Okay.
who's in charge right now? Renders, whoever, because I would love to meet with your staff and everything. So we can get
Okay.
good, because. So I don't want anything, anybody to get in trouble with the building manager, what was going on here, because the time they're committing stuff, you need the papers that have, we want more rent from you, you know, the paper, right? And what I'm saying is that that's where the things the landlord came up, right? Now,
What unit is
obviously,
the landlord in?
he's in the other building.
Oh,
So,
it's
but, you know,
not-
so that was going on all the time. I'm called the police over it, not because they speak that wrong. But the thing is, that stopped once the court thing came. You get what I'm saying, right? So the cop thing had to stop it. So since that stopped that, great. You get what I'm saying, right? And I think the charge because I'm sober and not getting in trouble, they probably want something like probation. Like, look, you're in trouble 10 years. You know what I mean? You got the little thing with your language. Obviously, we have on video anything, so like you didn't touch anybody, Morgan. You were just yelling and things like that. Okay. You were yelling because of, in other words, you know what I'm saying. I don't know what I mean with
So Morgan,
so
what's gonna happen today?
Yeah,
Okay, listen to what the officer has to say.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I would place you under arrest for that stuff, okay?
Okay.
The other issue I got though is that door down there is damaged and there's 2 footprints on it, okay? I got 2 people saying that you kicked the door when you're down there,
Okay.
okay? You don't have to say anything to me about that.
Oh, yeah, sure. But
Okay.
I mean,
I'm
the door's
not-
shut, so it's like remain shut.
Okay, I'm not, before you say anything, don't say anything that's, right,
Okay.
give you that, okay? So I'm gonna arrest you for that, okay? And then we're gonna go to the station and talk to my staff, okay? We'll get the warrant sorted out and then we'll go from there.
Okay, super. Okay.
Do you have
super.
anything?
I have a lot of medications and everything.
Okay,
Okay.
You know what I mean?
how much do you need that you would need for,
Shoes.
Oh, okay. I would
Actually,
only,
I don't
I need a bottle. I need one bottle, and then I need a bottle, and then we'll be
This
okay.
is all medication that's prescribed.
Oh
to you?
yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You can
All
come
right,
in all
we'll
over
go
the
with
thing.
you.
I'm on disability, so that's.
Okay, we'll go with you.
Yeah. Thank you. Come on. Just getting methadone from the fridge, whatever. I just need to bring one, right? Like we're not.
yeah, I don't know what, it's my boss, right? So-
That, you know, and that's what they said last time. They said, well, I guess what we would have said, bring everything.
Yeah,
Super. Okay.
how many do you take of those a day?
Well, I take one each day.
Maybe take one in case you're there until tomorrow, take two, 'cause I don't know, I don't wanna,
No,
Take
you are doing
Take
what
as much
you
as
think
you
is what you're doing what I thought I was doing earlier this evening. You're the best job you can with the tools that you have at your disposal.
I'm just trying to make sure you don't, you're not in need of your
I
medication.
meant what I said
Is that
earlier.
all you needed then? Or
I'm
was there other
gonna
medication?
take a Vyvanse. You know what I mean, just in
Is
case.
that the only one?
And this one because I take two, so.
Okay.
I'm not gonna take all the bottles. I'm going to take.
Well, you
No,
don't know,
we
you gotta
need
keep,
bottles.
Oh, okay.
yeah, cause they're
Yeah.
gonna wanna see what it is.
Okay.
And they're gonna wanna read it and they're gonna make sure it's
Okay.
prescribed to
Super.
you.
This one,
okay?
the exact day.
Do you have anything else on you that you need to be worried about? No,
yeah.
don't worry, don't worry, don't worry.
Oh, sorry.
Anything on in your pockets that you know about?
No. There's absolutely nothing.
Okay, okay, we're gonna come back out here, then do you need to lock the door?
And your
Oh, yeah,
keys?
But it's right behind you.
Okay. Do you have a wallet or anything that you want to take?
Let's see, I got this shit. I should probably bring the phone. Well, maybe.
Yeah, you can bring your cell phone,
All right, I'm going to get
it's
ready.
probably a good idea.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna bring this card and the cell phone. The jacket, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
Is there anything in that jacket?
No, you want jacket?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Yeah, go ahead, check the pockets. All right,
You can probably just leave that there.
might I have a tote? There's one there.
I'm gonna head out. So.
Well, look at that, not even right on me. All right. I'm gonna stop the live stream, right? All right, guys, I'm taking off with these guys like last time. It's probably gonna be the same. Everything went well last time. Anyway, I just want you to remember, Jesus Christ is Lord. And don't listen to people when they tell you that officers and stuff are not like you treat them with respect, they treat you with respect. All right, have a good one.